All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here tonight for the Red River Valley Iracing League at Knoxville. We're bringing you the Dirt Street Stocks first, followed by the BigBlock Modified. So stay tuned for that. But right now, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to please stand up and remove your hats as we do our national anthem. All right, that was our national anthem. Excuse me, almost said our weather report. Just hang tight with us, though. These guys have a few more practice for the Red River Valley iRacing League, brought to you by HRH Motorsports, Big Bacon Media, and Ayers iRacing Paints. The Dirt Street Stocks coming up next here at Knoxville, followed by the BigBlock Modifieds. So stay tuned with that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Red River Valley iRacing League, ready to bring you the dirt street stocks for Knoxville Raceway here. We are going to pull up the weather report just before these guys get ready to start gridding and end their practice here. Looks like it's 82 degrees out. I could be wrong. It's partly cloudy, very windy out here in Knoxville. 18-mile-an-hour wind, 71% humidity with 82 degrees. So it is going to be a little bit of a tacky track tonight here in Knoxville County. Also, if you would, head over to the Facebook Red River Valley iRacing League to get all your notifications and needs and information on anything that you may have with these Red River Valley iRacing League. And on to the grid for grid number 1. James Burke going to start on the pole in that 7 car with Bill Murr in the 2nd spot. David Tormashi, hope I'm saying that right, in the 313 starting in the 3rd spot. Jamie Massey in the 2 car starting 4th. Joe Garcia starting in 5th with the number 114. Jason Gunnels pulling up the 6th spot from HRH Motorsports. 7th going to be Chris Ricky Bobby Imbis starting in 7th. Jason Ferguson starting 8th. Cody Nevin starting 9th. And Shane Yates going to be rounding the field off here in the 10th spot. So that is heat number 1 here for the Red River Valley iRacing League. As we get ready to pull these cars out onto the track, we're going to do this dirt street stock style for heat number 1 here with the Red River Valley iRacing League. 8 laps, 10 cars. Let's see if James Burke and Bill Murr will be able to put on an awesome battle here for heat number 1 for the Red River Valley iRacing League. One more time around for the pace truck, and it will pull off. James Burke here in that green and purple 7 machine with the blue and white 34. Mr. Miller on the outside of PPR on the side door there. Burke, Bill Murr looking to take the green flag as the pace truck is pulling off. Tonight's race is brought to you by Ayers iRacing Paints and HRH Motorsports, Big Bacon Media, and of course Red River Valley iRacing League. As the green flag gets ready to come out, James Burke, Bill Murr, green flag is out now for the Dirt Street Stocks heat number 1 here with the Red River Valley iRacing League. Going 3 wide for the lead, almost 4. The 33 way down low underneath the 7, but the 7 able to hang on to the 3rd spot. James Burke falling back behind Jamie Massey and Bill Murr. They're going to battle the number 2 and the 34 up here for the 1st spot. Side by side, still that quarter panel into that 34's left side there. Jamie Massey able to get a run on the bottom, trying to get around Bill Murr. Going to work the bottom there. Joe Garcia now getting to the inside of James Burke. Burke also got Ricky Bobby Imbis right there battling with him side by side as they are almost 3 wide behind him. Jason Gunnell was able to get a run trying to battle Ricky Bobby on the outside here. James Burke going to the inside of Joe Garcia. And Bill Murr and Jamie Massey still battling out here up front for the 1st and 2nd spot here. So we got action going on everywhere here in the Red River Valley iRacing League. Heat number 1 for the Dirt Street Stocks here in Knoxville. Almost 3 wide. Ricky Bobby could have went in between them cars, but decided not to. Both of the 11 cars split again. The 84 Excuse me, is that the 24? That is the 24K. Almost splitting them there. Burke now still working to the inside of Joe Garcia. Bill Murr getting passed by Jamie Massey up in the front here. 5 laps of 8. 3 laps left to go. Number 2 way down low. Jamie Massey has a run on the bottom side. Bill Miller. I keep calling him Bill Murr. Bill Miller. On the outside, the 34 machine. Going to look to grab his legs here and run to the backside of the number 2 here as he is now tail to nose. Jamie Massey shooting to the low side. The 34 still going to hang to the middle, going inside the number 2 here as they battle, coming out of 3 and 4, going by the flag stand. 2 laps left to go as they go into 1 and 2. 34 able to take the lead here. Bill Miller, Jamie Massey still battling it out for the lead. James Burke falling back a little bit there. Not his night here with Knoxville with these dirt street stocks. White flag out. Bill Miller, Jamie Massey, Joe Garcia. Rounding out your top 3 for heat number 1. The 34, the 2. Jamie Massey, Bill Miller. Coming out of 2 onto the backstretch. Going into 3 and 4. The 34 trying to block the number 2 down low. The 2, Jamie Massey, checks up a little bit. Checkered flag waving as they come out of 3 and 4. The 2 in the second spot. Bill Miller taking the checkered flag here for heat number 1 in the Red River Valley iRacing League. What a race, what a race. These guys were battling it out side by side everywhere. But now we're going to grid up for heat number 2 here. We got Nicholas Lamb from the Lamb's Motorsports starting on the pole here in that 37 machine with Cody Heathcock starting in the 194 in second. Jonathan Byram starting in the 3rd spot in the 54. And Dustin Lamb also coming out of Lamb's Motorsports sitting in the 4th spot in that 10 car. Keith Hackney from Georgia in the 69. Jordan Cage in the 13 starting 5th outside of Keith Hackney, or inside. No, Jordan Cage starting 6th, outside Keith Hackney. Jeremy Prey starting 7th. Dalton Hayden in the 989 starting 8th. And Casey Big Bacon Sandwich tailing the field off here for the 9th position as we get ready to go racing for heat number 2 for the Red River Valley iRacing League presented by HRH Motorsports, Ayers iRacing Paints, and Big Bacon Media. Nicholas Lamb giving that 37 machine a new look yet again. Lamb's Motorsports on the pole. 37 got the 94 of Cody Heathcock right to the outside. Dustin Lamb right behind him as well. The 69 down low, Keith Hackney. Here we go. Here we go. Red River Valley iRacing League, heat number 2. We have 8 cars, 8 laps here for Knoxville Raceway as the pace truck pulls off. Green flag is out, and the green flag is waving. The 37 gets a little bump in the back from Hackney. Going into 1 and 2, 3 wide for the second spot. The 0 pushing the middle. Keith Hackney down low in that 69K. Nicholas Lamb in the 37 still holding off the lead here. Keith Hackney now going to the inside in that 69 machine, going to the middle, the double or the 0 going down low. Looks like Jordan Cage. Side by side, the 69 on the high side, the 0 down low, the 37 getting a run coming out of the corner. Still hanging on to that 3rd spot, Nicholas Lamb. Got Jeremy Prey pulling up the 4th spot. In that 117 car. Casey, Big Bacon Sandwich all over the backside of the 117. Gives him a little tap there coming out of 3 and 4 by the flag stand. Nicholas Lamb pitching that thing out wide. Dustin Lamb makes some contact with Casey Big Bacon Sandwich here as he goes around. The 69K still out front there, holding off the 0 of Jordan Cage. Battling it out. The 37 still right back there. If any mistakes are made, he might be able to capitalize on that. Hackney and Cage side by side. Down low the 0. The 69 out high. Keith Hackney battling it out with these guys here for the Red River Valley Heat number 2. Presented by HRH Motorsports, Ayers, Iracing Paints, and Big Bacon Media. Jordan Cage on the low side of Keith Hackney, still battling it out. 5 of 8, 3 laps left to go for heat number 2 here in the Red River Valley iRacing League. Lamb still hanging on to the 3rd spot. Nicholas Lamb. And that 37 machine riding the high side, trying to find his legs. Jeremy Prey right behind him in the 117, and Dalton Hayden in the 989 right behind the 117. So there's the second back battle there. The 69 still has the 0 of Jordan Cage on the inside of him as they have 2 laps left to go when they come around to the flag stand here. 2 laps left to go. Casey coming back out on the track, hanging onto the low side. The 0 still on the inside of the 69, battling it out, going around the lap traffic of Mr. Big Bacon Sandwich here for heat number 2. The 27 pushing to the outside there. Keith Hackney still battling with Jordan Cage there, making the slide job work on the 0. The 69 hanging onto it. There's the white flags out on the backstretch going into 3 and 4. The 0 going to the inside of Keith Hackney. The 69K out to the outside here as we come around 3 and 4. Checkered flag waving as it looks like Keith Hackney able to pull out the heat win here for heat number 2. The 69K just able to get Jordan Cage just by a nose. What a race there to the end. What a race. These guys have a little bit of a practice coming up, a little warm-up. So if you need a drink or anything, go get a drink. Do what you got to do. Just sit tight because we got some more racing action going on here in the Red River Valley iRacing League. All right, the warm-up should be ending here right about now. These guys are going to be gridding up for the feature, and we will get the feature grid rolling soon as they are getting ready to line up. And they are now. So, yay, look at that. Bill Miller starting on the pole here with Keith Hackney starting right beside him in that 69K machine. Jamie Massey starting third in the 2 car with the 13 starting in the 4 or the 0, excuse me. Jordan Gage starting 4th. Joe Garcia starting 5th with Jeremy Prey starting in the 6th spot. Shane Yates pulling up the 7th. Nicholas Lamb going to pull up the 8th. 9th going to be Cody Nevin. 10th, Dalton Hayden. 11th, Jason Gunnels. And in the 12th spot, Cody Heathcock. James Burke pulling up the 13th spot with Dustin Lamb 14th. Chris Ricky Bobby Imbus starting 15th with Casey Big Bacon Sandwich starting 16th. 17th going to be David Tormassi. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. Jason Ferguson starting 18th and Jonathan Byram starting 19th. But it looks like we got 18 cars. And we're going to get ready to go dirt StreetStocks style. 35 laps here at Knoxville Raceway. The fireworks are going off, and in the comments, let me know who you are rooting on, if you are rooting on anybody. But this racing brought to you by HRH Motorsports, Ayers iRacing Paints, and Big Bacon Media. One more time around with the pace truck, and we will be green flag action racing here. Green flag is out there. Bill Miller, Keith Hackney, side by side going into 1 and 2. Jamie Massey right behind the 34 machine, probably giving him a little bit of a push going around that bottom side. He's got the 0. Jordan Gage right to the outside, right behind Keith Hackney in the 69 machine. All top four here, bunched up and battling side by side as they come out of 3 and 4, making a first clean lap, as that is the first lap in the books down. The 69K still has the 0 all over the backside there. The 34 down low. Bunched up and racing hard. Jamie Massey in the 4th spot, pulling back the train here. A little bit of action going on back there. It looked like Joe Garcia getting in the mix. "35 laps here at Knoxville Raceway." We are rip, rock, and roll. Keith Hackney now out front. Jordan Gage pulling up the 2nd spot with Jamie Massey pulling the 3rd. The 34, Bill Miller falling to the back spot of the 4th spot there. What a race up front. The 0 going to the inside of the 69, giving that spot up to the 2. The 2, Jamie Massey, looking to make a move to the outside, to the backside of the 69K here. The 0 still going to hang on to the low side, trying to get around Keith Hackney. Jordan Gage going to battle it out for his life side by side. Keith Hackney to the outside, Jordan Gage down low. Let's go check on Mr. Shane Yates in the 11 machine, pulling up right behind these guys here, trying to find his legs to work to the backside of Bill Miller. He wants up in here, the top 5, looking to battle it out. Bill Miller still all over the backside of the 2 car. The top 3 bunching up real close and tight there. Awesome hard racing. Jamie Massey still on the tail side of Keith Hackney. The 0, Jordan Gage down low. Almost making it 3 wide. Jamie Massey could have went in between them cars, but instead he gives the 0 just a little bit of a shot going into 1 and 2. With the slide job, the 69, Keith Hackney goes to the inside there. The 0 to the outside, the 69K down low to Jamie Massey in the 2 machine, still pulling up the 3rd spot. 3 wide, coming out of 3 and 4 by the flag stand, Jamie Massey, Keith Hackney, and Jordan Gage. The 2 car falling back a little bit. The 69 now 3 wide for the 2nd spot. 34 on the outside. Bill Miller holding his line. The 2 machine. Jamie Massey trying to go to the inside. Keith Hackney down there in the 69K, but still, these guys are bunched up tight racing here for the Dirt Street Stocks feature at the Red River Valley iRacing League here in Knoxville. Jordan Gage currently your leader. Jamie Massey in 2nd. Bill Miller in the 3rd spot. Keith Hackney cycling back to the 4th spot now. Miller to the inside of the 2 machine, trying to get to the inside of Jamie Massey and hold it down low. Side-by-side action here. Keith Hackney still on the tail side of Jamie Massey. Massey has not left the backside of that 0 car, Jordan Gage. Now finally, or not finally, cycling back to the 4th spot. That's where he was for a second. He doesn't want to be there now, right behind the 69K of Keith Hackney here. Jeremy Prey in the 117, battling back here with the 11 of Cody Nevin, with Joe Garcia right behind them. It looks like Bill Miller on the outside, or low side there. Shane Yates going around him in that 11 car, battling for the 4th spot here. Bill Miller on the tail side of that 11 car, and the 11 on the tail side of the 69K. Keith Hackney, Jordan Gage now going to the inside of Jamie Massey here as they were side by side going into 3 and 4. Oh, I'm sorry, that's 1 and 2. This is 3 and 4. Tight racing here, nose to tail. Massey looking to make that white dirty. No contact, almost a slide job with the 69, but at the 69, Keith Hackney not able to hold on to it. As he calls back into the 3rd spot, right behind the number 2 of Jamie Massey here. 15 laps of 35. We're a little under halfway, almost halfway. The 0 poking to the inside of the 2, side by side. It looks like you could barely stick your arm in between there if you tried. Ripping that thing to 0. Jordan Gage going into the lead with Jamie Massey holding on to the 2nd spot. Keith Hackney in 3rd. And Shane Yates pulling up the 4th spot now. Try to come back to the back of the pack into the field here. Nicholas Lamb to the inside of the 989 of Dalton Hayden with Chris Ricky Bobby Amos right behind him. Not too far off. Nicholas Lamb going to the inside. Battling it out with the 989 on the outside. And right in front of them, Joe Garcia trying to make his way up to the backside of the 11, Cody Nevin, and Jeremy Prey in the 117 car. So we got some action going on everywhere, pulling up to the backside of the 11. Not trying to touch him or anything, going back up to Bill Miller, excuse me. Keith Hackney on the low side, Shane Yates on the outside, the 34 having a run on the 69, trying to not make it 3 wide. But on the outside, he has the run. The 69 gets cycled back into the fifth spot now. Bill Miller into the fourth. Massey in second. Gage out front. 20 laps down. We got 15 laps left to go. Clean and green thus far. 14 laps left in the books. We're doing this thing dirt street stock style here at Knoxville Raceway, presented by Red River Valley iRacing League, Ayers iRacing Paints, HRH Motorsports, and Big Bacon Media. Up next, we got the Big Block Modifieds coming up after the dirt street stocks here for the Red River Valley iRacing League, so stay tuned here. Jordan Gage and Jamie Massey still tail the nose here. The 2, the 0. Battling it out. The 11. Shane Yates finding his legs coming up to the third spot here in that blue and orange machine. Little bit of connection there with the 2 machine there with the 11, but Jamie Massey trying the slide job on the 0 here. Able to hold him off. Jordan Gage now into the second spot. Shane Yates still in third. Jamie Massey now currently your leader. 24 laps down. Got 11 laps left to go. Shane Yates trying to pull the slide job, going to the inside of Jordan Gage here. Bill Murr back there watching it happen. Keith Hackney also right on the backside of Bill Miller. I keep calling him Bill Murr. I'm sorry, Bill. You're definitely Bill Miller, not Bill Murr. The 2 running that low line to 0, following right in suit there. Jordan Gage. Right behind Jamie Massey. Shane Yates in the third spot has the Bill Miller trying to go to the inside if he's able to. The 34 still holding on to the 4th spot. These guys are winding the laps down here in the dirt street stocks division here for the Red River Valley iRacing League, presented by HRH Motorsports, Big Bacon Media, and Ayers iRacing Paints. 69 trying to put the slide job on the 34. Going to the low side, Keith Hackney trying to poke to the inside of Bill Miller. Yates on the outside trying to follow Jamie Massey with the outside here. First caution of the evening, lap 28. What a clean and green run that was. I thought we were going to get almost all the way through that. And we did. First caution of the evening. Let's see what happened. Looks like Nicholas Lamb pulling the caution out here tonight for the first time tonight. Looks like Chris Embus getting into the left side quarter panel there in the rear, taking Nicholas Lamb right around. Oh no! Battling going on everywhere, action going on everywhere. Nicholas Lamb bringing the caution out though. Gage, Massey, Yates, Miller, Hackney, all looking for the green flag once the pace truck pulls off the track again. Looks like Casey Big Bacon Sowich, James Burke pulling into the pits. we go one more time around the track. We're going to be green flag racing here for the Red River Valley iRacing League, the Dirt Street Stocks here at Knoxville Raceway. The 0, the 2, the 11. Looking for that green flag. The pace truck pulling off right as we speak. Green flag out. Jordan Gage to a nice lead there in front of Jamie Massey, but Massey looking to wind it down and trace him down here within these last 6 laps. Number 2 following suit, can smell the blood on the backside of the 0, trying to prey on the 0 here. It's Jamie Massey. Bill Miller moving up into the 3rd spot battle. 3 wide with Shane Yates and 69 of Keith Hackney. The 34 makes a little contact with the 11, but able to keep it under control. The 11 getting into the other 11 there of Cody Nevin. Shane Yates and Nevin making some contact there. Hackney moving up into the 3rd spot. Massey going to go to the inside of the 0 if he's able to. The 69 looking to find his ground here. 5 laps left to go. Side-by-side action. Cody Nevin, Shane Yates, as they were battling, not coming out of 2 or 1 of 2 there. Side-by-side. Shane Yates connected with the wall there. Hackney trying to keep Miller off his tail there while he's trying to catch Massey, finding some ground. 4 laps left to go. Making it 3 now. Gage, Massey, Hackney, your top 3. Massey out by the wall, getting a little loose there. Hackney going to the inside, the 69. Finding his legs to the inside of the number 2 machine. Jamie Massey outside, Keith Hackney battling door to door. 2 laps left, coming around, making a white flag. White flag is out. The 69 able to get around the 2 of Jamie Massey. Keith Hackney moving up into the 2nd spot. Jordan Gage leading this thing off. Had quite the car here towards the end for sure. Jordan Gage coming around the last corner here, getting ready to take the checkered flag. As Keith Hackney still has Jamie Massey to the tail side. Congratulations, Jordan Gage, as he takes tonight's Red River Valley iRacing League feature here on the Dirt Street Stocks. What an awesome race here it was at Knoxville Raceway. Lots of action. Not a whole lot of bumping, not a whole lot of touching. Just some good old-fashioned clean racing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to try to pull these guys up to the booth, so bear with me here as we get ready to pull up Mr. Jamie Massey first. All right, Mr. Jamie Massey, do you have a copy up in the booth?
I got you, buddy.
All right, man. You had an awesome battle with Keith Hackney there within them last few laps, man. Go ahead and give us the rundown of what was going on through your head.
Yeah, I had a faster car than Jordan. Whenever I just couldn't go nowhere on the bottom, he was just as good as I was, and so I tried to go to the top, and there was nothing there. So Keith drove by me, but I don't know, man. These lap cars, they just got to do something. You can't just, if your shit's blinking that bad, you need to park it. I mean, there's no need. That dude cost me the lead, but Jordan was good, man. We raced all night long, so it was going to be a hell of a race. So congratulations to him and good run to Keith.
Yeah, for sure. You had an awesome battle with Jordan Gage there in the zero, as well as you guys were lead changing back and forth here tonight. Is there anybody you want to thank for putting that number 2 machine here up on the podium tonight?
Yeah, I want to thank Team No Love, Rocket Racing Setups, Wraps, Alpha Art Design, Ray's Designs, Kilgore Consulting, and all my boys over there on my team. We put in a lot of work. I haven't been racing in about 4 or 5 days, so just got back on here to run this thing, and we did all right. Congratulations to Jordan. Thank y'all.
Yeah, man. Congratulations to you, too, Mr. Jamie Massey, on getting the 3rd spot here tonight in the Red River Valley iRacing League. You take it easy, my friend.
You too, buddy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, now we're going to pull up the 2nd place, Mr. Keith Hackney. Keith Hackney up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Yes, sir. What's going on?
Hey, man, you back and forth all night, man. The top 5, you guys were battling out. Bill Miller, Jamie Massey, Jordan Gage. You guys all had an awesome run, man. Could you give us the last 5 laps of what was going through your mind?
Just running the bottom. I experimented with a different set, completely different gear choice than what I usually run, and it was good at the beginning. Then it went away in the middle, and then when I started running the bottom right there at the end, it really come back in. And I just wish we had about 10 more laps, and we would have had a different race at the end.
Well, nonetheless, you did an awesome job in that 69K, going from 5th and then back up to the 2nd spot here, battling it out with Miller and Massey. Is there anybody you want to thank for putting this number 69 machine up in the 2nd spot here tonight?
Oh yeah, man. Team No Love, Rocket Racing Setups, Apollo Design, Race Designs, Kilgore's Consulting, Custom Cabinets by Keith. Everybody on the team to be putting in work day in and day out. And Dan for putting it on you, broadcasting it, buddy. And congrats to Jordan on the win.
Hell yeah, man. Well, thanks for coming and running here with us, and we appreciate all the love about the broadcasting and whatnot. And you have yourself a good one here, Mr. Keith Hackney, in the 2nd spot here tonight.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
All right, now we are going to pull up tonight's winner of the Dirt StreetStocks division here for the Red River Valley iRacing League, Mr. Jordan Gage. Jordan Gage up in the booth. Do you have a copy, my friend?
Yeah, I got you, sir.
All right, man. In that 0 car, you had an awesome run battling with the 69, the number 2, the 11, even the Shane Yates come up and poked his nose up in there. Man, just give us the last run or last 5 laps of what was going on through your mind with them that last few laps.
Yeah, after that restart, I felt really comfortable on the bottom, and I did all race. So I just kind of, left the bottom down there. I didn't want to show it yet. So, ran the top, fell back to 3rd once, I think 4th maybe eventually. But, it was a hell of a race. Jamie, Keith, Bill, Shane, they're all fast guys, and I bet it put on a show for all the fans. But we just the last 5 laps after that restart, we ran the bottom and ran it true. We didn't run it the best, but it got the job done.
Well, congratulations here tonight in that 0 machine. Is there anybody you want to thank for putting that thing on the podium here in Victory Lane tonight?
Yeah, I got to thank Octane Inc., Gage Farms, Gage Agronomy, Miller Family Trucking, 789 Designs, you for the broadcast, everyone with Red River Valley iRacing League, and yeah, that's about it.
Well, all right, man. You have yourself a good one. Congratulations again, Mr. Jordan Gage, on your third StreetStocks victory here tonight at Knoxville.
All righty. Thank you, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to finish this up here as we get ready for the BigBlock Modified. So just sit tight. Go get some snacks, something to drink real quick as we get ready to do some more racing here in Knoxville with the BigBlocks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the Big Block Modifieds lobby just went up, so if you will, sit tight as we get ready to switch over to the Big Block Modifieds here for the Red River Valley iRacing League. and gentlemen, it is time again that we ask you, please, to stand up as we do our national anthem here for the Red River Valley iRacing League Big Block Modifieds. That was our national anthem. As we get ready for our Big Block Modified race here, these guys still got about 14 minutes left of their practicing. So stay tuned here, bear with us as we get ready to do Big Blocks racing here at Knoxville Raceway. But go ahead, go get a drink, stand up, stretch, do what you got to do, because we got Big Blocks action coming up next. everybody? Are you still with me out there? Hopefully you're still with me. Having a good time as we are getting ready to bring you the big block modifieds from the Red River Valley iRacing League, brought to you by HRH Motorsports, Ayers iRacing Paints, and Big Media. I've been your host all night so far, Jacob Keith from the Dirt Dog International Racing Network, here to bring you yet some more good, awesome race action here with the Red River Valley iRacing League. We're going to check the weather out there for these big blocks tonight here in Knoxville County. Half-mile track here on Lincoln Street. 82 degrees out with 72% humidity with partly cloudy, 17 miles an hour winds here for the big block modifieds. And we are now getting ready to grid up for heat number 1. We got Chad Coate starting on the pole here, straight out of Canada here. Joshua Hart starting in the second spot in the 58 machine. Joe Garcia starting third in the 114. Keith Hackney starting fourth in that number 8 machine. Bill Miller starting fifth in the 34. In the 6, Kurt Ney in the 74 machine. And in the 111, Shane Yates rounding out the end of the field there. So as we get ready to go heat 1 for the big block modifieds here for the Red River Valley iRacing League, make sure you go over and check out their Facebook so you can get all your notifications, everything you need to know about the Red River Valley iRacing League. Go over to the Facebook and check them out here. We are getting ready to go racing for heat number 1. Joshua Hart starting on the outside pole with Chad Coate starting on the inside here. Ready to rip, rock, and roll at Knoxville. The pace truck leading these cars off as we get ready to go green flag racing. Two pace laps around the track here of Knoxville. Big block modifieds the 58, the 11. Looking to take the green flag. Coate and Hart here in Knoxville. As always, this racing brought to you by HRH Motorsports and Ayers iRacing Paints. If you need a skin for your car, hit up Ayers iRacing Paints, as they will get you all clean and squared, ready to go with a fresh looking paint scheme. Pace truck pulling off the track. Coate, Hart looking for the green flag as they have a nice tight formation. Green flag is out. The 11 car, that's 58, taking to a green flag start here, going side by side into 1 and 2. The 11 car getting a little squirrely. The 114 on the back side of the 11 car there. The 11 backing down a couple spots, get a little squirrely there. Keith Hackney moving up into the second spot here in that 69 machine. I don't know why I said he's in the 8 car. He's definitely not in the 8 car. He's in the 69. Side by side almost here as he's going to go into 3 and 4. 69 on the low side, the 58 out high. Joshua Hart, Keith Hackney, Kurt Ney now moving into the third spot in that 74 machine. He's got the 114 all over the backside neck, black, green, and look like rebel flag painted on the top. Ready to rip, rock, and roll. Kurt Ney hanging out at the third spot right behind Hackney. Hackney going to the inside of Hart. Not able to. Is Hart able to have a run on around the outside? The 58 now is the 69 going to the outside right behind him in the second spot. Bill Miller back here going to the inside of the 114 here with the 34 machine, trying to gain a spot here. Get out of top 5 to go to the 4th position here. Shane Yates and Chad Coate back here battling it out. The 11, Shane Yates. Back here on the high side, coming out of 1 and 2 onto the back stretch. Got the 11 down low as well. Back up front here, we got nose to tail action. It's Keith Hackney throwing a slide job on Joshua Hart here, but Joshua going back down around the low side in that green, black, purple 58 machine. The 69 trying to hang on to it. The 58 down low. We're going to see another crossover from Keith Hackney. I think we are. The 69 going to throw the slide job as the 58. Going to go right back to the low side to try to hang on to it. But Keith Hackney still right there, door to door with the 58. Applying the pressure from the outside there. Trying to go down low and pinch down the 58 there. Just apply pressure as the 69 hanging on to the front spot. 2 more laps to go. 8 of 10 for our heat number 1 here with the Red River Valley iRacing League. Two laps left to go. Keith Hackney out front. Josh Hart pulling up the second spot in that black and green at 58 machine. And we got a battle back here. Bill Miller and Courtney side by side for the third spot, excuse me. Bill Miller coming back up in front of Joe Garcia. Joe Garcia now on the inside of the 34. Bill Miller side by side action. White flag waving the 69. Still leading this pack here with Joshua Hart in the second spot. White flag out. Checkered flag looks to be waving for Keith Hackney and Joshua Hart. Courtney pulling up third for heat number 1. Awesome racing here with the Red River Valley iRacing League. Awesome action everywhere as we get ready to grid up for heat number 2. Jeremy Prey starting on the pole with Jamie Massey starting on the outside of him. Kenny Hoffman pulling up the third spot with Alex Strodinger pulling up the fourth spot. Cody Nevin in fifth. Hunter McCoy in the 22 pulling up the sixth spot. Jordan Gage in the 7th position. So that's going to be heat number 2's grid as we get ready to go green flag action here for the BigBlock Modifieds at Knoxville Raceway. Seven cars, 10 laps. Doing this BigBlock Modified style here in Knoxville. As always, this race brought to you by the Red River Valley iRacing League, Big Bacon Media, HRH Motorsports, and Ayers iRacing Paints. If you need an iRacing paint, if you need a skin, anything like that, you need something like that, hit up Ayers iRacing Paints. They will gladly hook you up for an affordable price. Jeremy Prey, Jamie Massey. Looking to take the green flag here. 2 laps apace. Prey down low, Massey out high. As we get ready for the green flag to fly here in Knoxville Raceway for the BigBlock Modifieds. And the green flag comes out. Jeremy Prey, Jamie Massey. As we go into turn 1 and 2 side by side, the 69, Kenny Hoffman in the third spot, going to the inside of Jamie Massey, making a little contact there. Massey able to keep it under control here. Kenny Hoffman moving up into the second spot as he's got Cody Nevin and Jamie Massey all over the backside tail, side by side behind him. Nevin, Massey still at the inside of the 69 on the outside. Kenny Hoffman holding these guys off. wide back here. Gage, Massey, Hoffman. Nevin moving up into the second spot. Massey moving back into the third spot. Prey still out front. Side by side, Massey going to the inside of Nevin here. The 11 machine got the 2 down low. Massey going to put the slide job in the works, but it doesn't stick as the 11 still on the outside, able to hold on to it. Falling back into the third. Jamie Massey still going to try to make that slide job. We're going into 1 and 2 here. Pulls the slide job as the 11 gives him a tap in the rear. The 0, Jordan Gage making his way back up here. Did great in the StreetStocks, ended up pulling the win out here in Knoxville. Jordan Gage now into the 4th spot here for heat number 2 for the BigBlock Modifieds. Tried to pull the slide job on the 11, but the 11 goes right back to the inside and goes around him. Jordan Gage now still going to hang out of the low side, the 11 to the outside. Jamie Massey going to the inside of Jeremy Prey. Trying to make the slide job work. The 1-6-17 has the run around the outside, the 2 down low. A little bit of contact there. Massey, Jeremy Prey. This 117 able to keep it under control right on the backside of the number 2 here as they still battle it out. Lap 7 of 10. 4 laps left to go here. I know it sounds like I don't know my math, but yeah. 4 of 10. I'll tell you something right now. Because Jamie Massey is out front. And Jeremy Prey is pulling up the second spot. Cody Nevin moving into the third, trying to get around the 0 machine here. 0, Jordan Gage still outside there. Cody Nevin battling side by side with him, trying to get that run on the bottom. 0 has the run around the outside of the number 11 here as they come by the flags. They go down in a 1 and 2 right behind the number 117 of Jeremy Prey. Prey still hanging on to that second spot. 2 more laps left to go. 2 more laps left to go. Jamie Massey out front. Jeremy Prey in the second spot. Cody Nevin battling back there with Jordan Gage for the 3rd position. White flag out. Jamie Massey, Jeremy Prey. Is Massey going to be able to hold Prey off the 117? Going to be able to track the number 2 down. Down on the low side. Massey goes. Prey able to get a run right on the left side or right side quarter panel. This checkered flag is a waving. Jamie Massey taking the win here for heat number 2. Jeremy Prey in second. Cody Nevin in third. Pulling up grid now for heat number 3. Nicholas Lamb starting on the pole here with Casey Big Bacon Sandwich starting in the 2nd spot. Alan Duranco starting in the 3rd spot with Dustin Lamb with Lamb's Motorsports starting 4th. Clayton Tilley starting in the 5th spot with Aiden Berline starting in the 6th position. There is our lineup for tonight's heat number 3 as we get ready to go BigBlock Modified Racing here with the Red River Valley iRacing League. Big Bacon Sandwich on the outside in that 27 machine. The 5 down low of Nicholas Lamb Chop from Lamb's Motorsports. Ready to rip, rock, and roll. Dustin Lamb back there in the 10 machine. Got Alan Duranco down low. Should be an awesome BigBlock Modified battle here for heat number 3 with the Red River Valley iRacing League. 27 out high, 5 down low. Getting ready to rip, rock, and roll. Pace truck's off. Green flag is out. Big Bacon Sandwich on the outside. And Nicholas Lamb taking a green flag as they go side by side into 1 and 2. Here's the number 1 trying to get to the inside of the 109. Has the run on the bottom side. Clayton Tilley moving up into the second spot here. And then black number 1 machine here. Nicholas Lamb in the 5 moving to the back there on the outside here in the 3rd position. And the number 1 able to make a move. Tilley down low of Sawich. Battling it out. 27 out high. The number 1 down low. Big Bacon trying to hold off Mr. Tilley. Side by side coming out onto the back stretch. So they go into 3 and 4. The 27 leading the number 1, still trying to hold them off. .27 out high, the 1 down low. Clayton Tilley poking his nose on the inside of Casey Big Bacon Sandwich here for heat number 3. 4 laps of 10 down. We're almost halfway for heat number 3 here. Side by side, Clayton Tilley going to the outside of Casey Big Bacon Sandwich. The 27 forced to the low side there. He hangs on to the mid to high right behind the Clayton Tilley there as he's blinking in and out a little bit. Casey on the backside of Tilley. Alan Duranco moving up into the 3rd spot. Aiden Berlin pulling up the 4th now, making it almost 3 wide with Casey Big Bacon on the outside and the 109 of Alan Duranco. The 13A, I think it's 13A there. Ripping that mid to low line, trying to find his groove with the number 109. Trying to make his way around him. Tilley still leading this thing, that black number 1. 27 on the backside there. Tapping the wall with the rear, just a smidge here. 8 of 10 to go. 2 laps left to go. Next time around. Yep, right here. 2 laps left to go now. Looks like Momentum Sim Sport white flag out for Clayton Tilley. Casey Big Bacon Sandwich sitting in the 2nd spot, and Alan Duranco pulling up the 3rd with the white flag waving as they come around 3 and 4 where the checkered flag finish. Clayton Tilley, Casey Big Bacon Sandwich, and Alan Duranco rounding out your top 3 here for heat number 3 for the Red River Valley iRacing League. All right, ladies and gentlemen, these guys got a 5-minute warm-up, so we're going to let these guys do their thing here and warm up, and we'll be right back here within a couple minutes, so stay tuned. Don't go too far. ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. These guys should be just finishing up their warm-up right now as we are going to grid for our feature here with the Red River Valley iRacing League. Pulling up the grid here, starting on the pole, Mr. Keith Hackney. And on the outside of him, Mr. Jamie Massey. Clayton Tilley in the third spot, with Joshua Hart pulling up fourth. Jeremy Prey in the fifth position, with Mr. Casey Big Bacon Sowich in sixth. Kurt Ney pulling up the seventh spot, with Cody Nevin pulling up the eighth. Alan Duranco starting in the ninth position, with Bill Miller starting 10th. 11th going to be Jordan Cage, and 12th going to be Alex Berlin. 13th going to be Joe Garcia. 14th Hunter McCoy. 15th going to be Nicholas Lamb. Chad Coate starting 16th. 17th going to be Kenny Hoffman. 18th Dustin Lamb. 19th going to start Shane Yates, and in the 20th spot Alex Strodinger, which I do not believe Mr. Strodinger made it. So rounding out the end of the field will be Mr. Shane Yates. As the fireworks are smashing and banging off here at Knoxville Raceway, we get ready for the final feature of the night. The BigBlock Modifieds here with the Red River Valley iRacing League, presented by Ayers iRacing Paints, HRH Motorsports, and Big Bacon Media. The fireworks are blazing, and these guys are ready to rip, rock, and roll as they are going to pull up a tight formation. Keith Hackney, Jamie Massey looking for the green flags. The pace truck pulls off coming out of 3 and 4. Green flag is out. The 69, the number 2, taking the green flag early as they go side by side down into 1 and 2. The number 1 trying to get the run down there, Clayton Tilley. Going to work for the inside of the number 2, Jamie Massey. Side-by-side action, 3 wide back here. Cody Nevin in the middle of it. The 117 was going to the inside. Jeremy Prey battling with Joshua Hart. Cody Nevin for the 4th spot here, as Prey moves up to the outside right behind this 58 here of Joshua Hart. Cody Nevin now on the low side behind the number 2 of Jamie Massey. Tilley out front of Keith Hackney. Hackney able to get back around the number 1 here. I don't know. He looked like he might have given him a little tap. Able to get around him, but could have been the wrong case, the wrong camera angle at the wrong time. The number 1 still on the low side. Clayton Tilley battling side by side with Keith Hackney as he's now in front of Keith Hackney going down low. The 1 having the run. We got 35 laps here in Knoxville, and we are just getting started. Lap 4 of 35. We got 30 laps pretty much to go. Tilley, Hackney, Nevin now into the 3rd spot, battling with Jamie Massey side by side. The 11 on the low side, the 2 out high. First caution comes up of the evening. Let's see if we can find out what brought out that caution. Let's see. Could have been this. Kurt Ney, the 109, getting into him. Alan Duranco getting into the 74 there, bringing the caution out. Kernay there. Back up to the front with Clayton, Tilly, Keith Hackney, Jamie Massey, and Cody Nevin. Jeremy Prey moving up into the 5th spot there in that 117 machine, but it looks like he's got the 34 of Bill Miller trying to knock on the back door here as we are under caution, getting ready to go back green flag racing. 2 laps around under pace caution, and we'll be ready to rip, rock, and roll. These guys are fired up. They're antsy, ready to rip, rock, and roll here for the Red River Valley iRacing League, presented by HRH Motorsports, Ayers iRacing Paints, and Big Bacon Media. Tilly Hackney, Massey, and Cody Nevin. As the pace truck comes off, the 1, Tilly jumping to a nice early lead here on the 69 of Keith Hackney. And Keith Hackney is the 2 now of Jamie Massey poking to the inside. So not 1, but 2 cars are battling now with the 69 up front here. Massey all over the tail side, and the 1 able to get the run and jump out front to a nice lead. Clayton Tilly trying to leave these guys in the rear view mirror here. Contact back there, but everybody able to keep her nice and under control there, I believe. This 117 fallbacks is 3 wide back there. Looks like with Hunter McCoy in the 22 machine on the outside, able to get a run around him. But the 0, Jordan Gage now trying to go to the inside of the 117, battling back here. He's got the 13-8 of Aiden Berline right on his outside quarter panel here. Side-by-side action as we're double file for many rows back behind the leaders. Bill Murray on the outside of Hunter McCoy as they're going to battle side-by-side, starting the double-wide train. Hackney finding his legs, working to the inside of Tilly. I believe we are going to ride on the inside with Mr. Jamie Massey from the 3rd spot here. Working that 2 machine on the low side, trying to find his ground to the backside of the 69 in the number 1 car here. Working the low side, Jamie Massey goes down low, digging her deep here in his BigBlock modified. Got the 11, Cody Nevin on his outside. Door to door as they come out of 3 and 4 by the checker or the flag stand there. Hackney all over the tail side of the number 1. Right in the cockpit with Mr. Keith Hackney. With the number 1 right on his, right in front of him here. He's on the backside tail battling, trying to get him, finding that ground on the low side here in Knoxville, trying to catch Clayton Tilly. Keith Hackney working from the 2nd position here. Cody Nevin moving up into the 3rd spot, still back here battling with Jamie Massey for the 3rd spot. Massey to the outside of that 11 machine, but he's got the 34. Bill Miller pulling up the 5th spot right behind him. 15 laps down, almost halfway there. Just a couple more to go and we'll be halfway home. Tilly Hackney still battling up here for the lead. The 69 trying to go around the number 1 on the outside here, going by the flag stand, coming down into 1 and 2. we have our second caution of the evening, ladies and gentlemen, for the Big Block Modifieds here at Knoxville Raceway. We will try to see what brings out the yellow flag here. Looks like Mr. Josh Hart getting involved with the number 114 there. Oh, very unfortunate for the 58 black, green, and purple machine out here. Joshua Hart bringing out the second caution there. I believe the 114 would have been the one to bring him out, though. Bring it out. Mr. Joe Garcia. Nonetheless, second caution of the evening. Re-rack them up and get these guys ready to rip, rock, and roll for this final go-around here. We are halfway home here for the Big Block Modifieds for the Knoxville Raceway in the Red River Valley iRacing League, presented by HRH Motorsports, Ayers iRacing Paints, and Big Bacon Media. These guys are antsy and ready to rip. Green flag is out. Clayton Tilley getting a jump on Keith Hagney there, but they both had a good start. As the green flag comes out, the pace truck pulls off the 69, going to the inside of the number 1, but the number 2 moving back up into the third spot, getting the run on Nevin. Jamie Massey moving back up into the third. Clayton Tilley in that one car, hanging on to the outside. Keith Hagney down low. On the backside tail, Hackney gets into him just a little bit, gets a little squirrely. Tilley still holding these guys off. Bill Miller back there battling for the 5th spot here as he's got the 117 to Jeremy Prey and the 109 underneath him, going around the outside of the 22 of Hunter McCoy. Bill Miller now battling back here with Cody Nevin. Hackney, Tilley, side by side for the lead. A little bit of contact. The 1 going to the outside. The 69 down low. Keith Hackney pulling the slide job, beginning to work. The number 2 getting into the 1. Clayton Tilley going around. Jamie Massey making the initial contact there. And that brings out our caution. We watch that back. Slow-mo. Clayton Tilley going to the outside here. Looks like he might have clipped the wall a little bit. Jamie Massey coming up from the low side. And just, he gets loose a little bit, the number 1. And Jamie Massey just makes a little contact. Tried to straighten him back out. And it was just a little too much. And just nothing that could really been avoided. What a shame here. As we see Clayton Tilley pulling back into the pits. It looks like Keith Hackney, Jamie Massey going to take the green flag here once we go green flag racing once again at Knoxville Raceway. Pace truck going to make one more lap around as the lights are still on. The 69, the 2 still the outside there. The 11 down low, the 34 out high here. Moving up into the 4th spot, Bill Miller outside of Cody Nevin. Lights are off the pace truck. The 69 to the low side. The 2 Jamie Massey out high. Here we go. Just like in the street stocks, we will have another battle here in the big blocks. Keith Hackney getting an early jump to the green flag as Jamie Massey gets an awesome jump as well. All over the backside. The number 2 and the 69 are out front. Hunter McCoy trying to put the slide job down, but not able to work it. He's inside Bill Miller right now. Cody Nevin in the 11 on the outside. Oh, Nevin gets a little bit of that quarter panel from Massey. Hackney still out front here. Massey in the second spot. Cody Nevin in third. Now going to the inside of Massey. The 117, Jeremy Prey got Hunter McCoy trying to put the slide job down, but not able to stick it as the 11 car's right there. The 2 machine leading this train, the 22 down low, the 11, the 117 right behind him on his tail. Hunter McCoy to the inside of Jeremy Prey. Bill Miller back there all over the backside with the 34 machine on the backside of the 117. Jeremy Massey leading this tight train. Keith Hackney trying to run away with it. Rear lap 24 of 35. Caution comes out here for the Red River Valley iRacing League. Caution comes out for the big blocks. Looks like Mr. Shane Yates in the black, yellow, and white machine here. Black, green, and white machine. Jeez, what am I saying? The 11 machine up on the wall, gets a little loose, goes around, gets clipped by Kurt Ney in the 74 machine. Very unfortunate there for Shane Yates. Bringing out the third caution of the evening for the Big Block Modifieds. I have 1 second here as I gotta go tend to my kids real quick. All right, green flag is back out. Keith Hackney jumping to a nice early lead here. With the 2 machine, Jamie Massey going to the outside as he's got company on his tail side there. The 11, Cody Nevin. Jeremy Prey pulling up the 4th spot, on the outside of Hunter McCoy in the 22. Lap 26:35 in the book. As we have another caution come out. Looks like Mr. Hunter McCoy might have brought this one out. We'll go green flag racing. Hunter McCoy got the 34 on the tail side there. Yeah, Hunter McCoy and the 34 there of Bill Miller both getting into the wall and riding it like they can do that. And that can't be done. So caution comes out here tonight. On Hunter McCoy there. Reline them back up. Still got quite a few cars here with us. Not too many broken fellers out there. 69, Keith Hackney, Jamie Massey, Cody Nevin in the third spot, rounding out your top three. One more lap around the track with the pace truck as the lights come off, coming out of 3 and 4 now. Hackney, Massey, Nevin looking for the green flag. Green flag is out. Keith Hackney gets to a nice jump as Jamie Massey all over the tail side. Pace truck pulls into the pits. And these cars are ripping to the outside lane here. Jamie Massey leading the train behind Keith Hackney. Keep wanting to call him Kenny Hackney. Hackney down low, Massey going to the outside, the 11. Nevin trying to make a move. They're almost 3 wide for the lead. Massey still to the outside of Keith Hackney. The 69 gets a little bump from the 2 there as the 2 tries to go around the outside, and the caution flag comes out again. Keith Hackney not wanting to see that, but Jamie Massey loving that. Wanting the outside to work for him as we check on the caution and what brings it out. Shane Yates in the 11 machine is saying. Clipping the wall as the 0 clipped the wall. The 11 did as well and went over. And then Shane Yates. A little bit of a rollover with a little bit of tap from everybody else, giving you some love. And that's what brought out the caution here for tonight. We got Aiden Berlin moving up into the 5th spot now, right behind Jeremy Prey in the 117. There he is, Aiden Berlin. And that 13A machine right behind the 117. He's got the 0 of Jordan Gage right behind him. Oh, looks like Jamie Massey was able to get around Keith Hackney just before the caution came out. So Jamie Massey going to start down low. Actually, no, I think they start single file now. So Jamie Massey going to lead this train with how he's going to want to start the gun here. Pace truck lights are off. One more final time around the track, and he'll be pulling in, and we'll be green flag racing here for the Big Block Modifieds here with the Red River Valley iRacing League, presented by HRH Motorsports and Big Bacon Media and Ayers iRacing Paints. Here we go. Green flag is out. The number 2 got the 69 all over the backside. Keith Hackney applying the pressure early here on this green flag start. Right on the outside, the 69 applying the pressure to the 2. Jamie Massey, Cody Nevin. Pulling up the 3rd spot. Got Jeremy Prey right behind him with the 13A of Aiden Berlin. pulling up the 5th spot. Tail to nose up here, Massey, Hackney, Nevin. 5 laps left to go. Side-by-side action, the 2 on the outside of the 11, the 11 in the middle, 3 wide as the 69 and the 11 trying to pull the slide job on the 2. The Jamie Massey able to hold on to a 3 wide coming out of 1 and 2 there. Getting ready to go down into 3 and 4, the 69 and the 11 side-by-side. Nevin trying to hang on to on the outside of Keith Hackney there. Jeremy Prey in the 4th spot, watching it all unfold. Nevin making a move around the outside now when the caution comes out. Check to see what the caution was for here. Mr. Alan Duranco, and it looks like Hunter McCoy might have been involved. The 74 Curtin A, Hunter McCoy ended up making the last initial contact there with the 109 of Alan Duranco. Very unfortunate for Mr. Duranco here at Knoxville here in the Big Block Modifieds. We got 3 laps left to go. This could be a 3-lap shootout for Jamie Massey and Mr. Cody Nevin and Keith Hackney. Tomorrow night, Saturday, we will be bringing you the super late models in the 360 sprints, all at Knoxville, with the Red River Valley iRacing League, presented by HRH Motorsports, Ayers iRacing Paints, and Big Bacon Media. Broadcasted live, none other than the Dirt Dog International Racing Network. So check that out tomorrow around the same time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, as we kick off with the super late models. Pace truck getting ready to pull off. Massey, Nevin, Keith Hackney looking to take the green flag. When the green flag is out, the number 2 jumps to a nice early spot with the 11 right behind him. Keith Hackney in the 3rd spot here. This could be the last 3-lap shootout we have here for the Big Block Modifieds. Here at Knoxville Raceway, Jamie Massey holding the leg off. Cody Nevin in the 2nd spot. Keith Hackney in 3rd. 2 laps left to go. 2 laps left to go. The 11 on the backside tail off of Jamie Massey in the 2-car, white flag out. Hackney going to the inside of Nevin, trying to get that 2nd spot. With the white flag out and waving, the checkered flag now begins to wave. Jamie Massey taking it 1st. 2nd going to be Cody Nevin. 3rd going to be Keith Hackney, as Cody Nevin just barely snuck his nose by Keith Hackney within the last corner there. Woo, what a Big Block Modified race that was, ladies and gentlemen. Here for the Red River Valley iRacing League. What a race that was. Jamie Massey taking the win here. Bear with us, though, as we try to get these guys ready up in the booth for an interview. So stay tuned for that. All right, as we try to pull up Mr. Keith Hackney, third place here tonight. Here we go. All right, Mr. Keith Hackney up in the booth. Do you have a copy, my friend?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, you had an awesome battle there. We had a couple cautions come out towards the end of that race. Just tell me what was going through your mind while you were battling back here in the third and second spot here.
Well, honestly, I hated it because I guess on that one green run, I had pulled away a little bit, and I jumped up to the top side, and Massey, that's my teammate, and I didn't want to crowd him up too much. I let him go on by, and I couldn't figure the top out that much, and I was just giving it too much throttle, but I figured it out right there at the end, and yeah, I had a very fast car. I just wasn't at the right place at the right time on the track, so we'll take it, and we'll move on.
Well, nonetheless, man, congratulations putting that car here on the podium. Is there anybody you want to thank for doing that tonight?
Sir, Team No Love, Rocket Racing, setups, Small Change Designs, Kilgore's Consulting, Custom Cabinets by Keith, everybody on the team. Congrats to my teammate Jamie. And as usual, thank them for putting this on and you for broadcasting it, buddy.
Thank you, man, for all the love we get out there from all you drivers. It's amazing, man. Congratulations, Mr. Keith Hackney, on your podium tonight here, taking the third position here in the Big Block Modifieds for the Red River Valley iRacing League. You have a good night, sir.
Buddy.
All right, we'll pull up the second spot here, Mr. Cody Nevin. All right, Mr. Cody Nevin up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right, man. Can you give us the rundown of the last 5 laps of what was going through your mind trying to work around Mr. Keith Hackney there?
Well, I was just really hoping not to step on my own toes. That was some really close racing between me, Jamie, and Keith. It's probably the funnest race I've had in a big block in a long time. I think I had the car to get around him on the outside, but I wasn't about to run him over to do so.
Well, nonetheless, man, you guys did awesome putting on one hell of a show out there in these big blocks. Is there anybody you want to thank here tonight for putting that thing in the podium here tonight?
Absolutely. I want to thank RedRiver for putting this league on. I want to thank you guys for broadcasting. I got to give a shout out to Trent McLeod. He helped me out with the setup tonight. This thing was just absolutely ripping around the top. Want to give a shout out to my grandparents for tuning in to every single one of my races and watching. That's really awesome in my book. So shout out to you, Grandma and Grandpa. Love you guys. I want to thank AMS Oil, Kimmis Oil. Thank Team FTP for helping me out too. And like I said, you guys for the broadcast and Red River for putting this deal on.
All righty, ladies and gentlemen. Cody Nevin on the second place here tonight with the Red River Valley iRacing League and the Big Block Modifieds. Congratulations, Cody.
Thank you very much, sir.
You have a good one.
Yes, you too, man. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Now we will try to pull up Mr. Jamie Massey, our winner here tonight for the Big Block Modifieds. Jamie Massey up in the booth. Do you have a copy, sir?
I got you, buddy.
Hey, man, you did awesome here battling with Keith Hackney there and Cody Nevin towards the end of that race. A little bit of cautions towards the end, but go ahead and give us the rundown of what was going through your mind within them last few laps of them cautions coming out.
Yeah, my car really wasn't all that good at all tonight. I feel like I kind of got lucky. I think that's 5 in a row that I've won now. But I believe I got lucky in all honesty. I think Keith had a better car than me. I just kind of put myself in the right place at the right time. I knew the top was good, and he rolled the bottom at 2 laps there, and it was enough for me to get by him. I think maybe Cody may have had the best car. But, you know, it is what it is. You just got to be there at the end and survive. And there was some rough sliders between all of us, really, you know, just hard racing. And I was just glad to get out of there because I really missed it on setup.
Well, for sure. It was definitely hard racing up in the front. You guys put on a hell of a show here tonight for the Red River Valley iRacing League. Is there anybody you want to thank here for putting that number 2 machine in victory lane here for the big blocks?
Yeah, man, I want to thank all my teammates over at Team No Love. We've got a bunch of new guys that came on board, and it's just we've been rolling, man. I want to give a shout. He puts in hours after hours after hours on these things, and just as far as setting these things up and just helping me as learning more as a driver. He's made me come a long way over the past couple of weeks, and I want to give him a shout out. But Rocket Racing Setups, Cabinets by Keith, Kilgore Consulting, Dirt Slinger Race Rats, Alpha Art Race Designs, let's see, Race Designs, and I believe that's it. And y'all for broadcasting, man, and we'll see y'all next week.
Yeah, man. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. We're jumping in one of these late models and 360 sprints here for the Red.
I about forgot.
Nonetheless, though, congratulations on your win here, Jamie, and hopefully we'll get you in the booth again sometime.
I hope so. I'll see you tomorrow, man, maybe.
Yep, take it easy. And all right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for tonight. Tomorrow we have plenty of action. We got some more super late model action here at Knoxville Raceway. We got the 360 sprints coming up at Knoxville as well for the Red River Valley iRacing League presented by HRH Motorsports, Ayers iRacing, and Big Bacon Media. I am Jacob Keith. I have been your host here with the Dirt Dog International Racing Network, and I just want to thank each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart for supporting everything we do here. And if you would like to follow our page here and keep up with all this racing action, and we'll have plenty more to bring you. Until next time, though, toodaloo!